It's been a while, so let's talk about LeBron James and what he did last night. What a crybaby. Hey, my name is Kyle and welcome to the channel. We're going to talk about LeBron James and last night where he basically kicked two fans out of the game between the Lakers and Indianapolis because they were heckling him, I presume, and he just looks like a total pansy. I mean, I'm going to talk about him, but also how he also ignores China and how China has slave labor going on. In fact, China is the country with the largest amount of people who are enslaved. Yes, China is one of the countries, one of the 90 countries in the world that still has slavery. And this is according to a link I'll give you at the bottom here that basically puts them at the top. And I was really shocked by that. I thought it was somewhere in Africa, but it wasn't. It's in China. And so let's take a look at this here. This is from Outkick. LeBron has Pacers fans ejected. Still has nothing to say about Chinese slave labor. Here is LeBron on Twitter talking about Rittenhouse, talking about the tears that he alleged he didn't make, even though we find out now that Kyle had PTSD from the experience that he went through. No apology from LeBron. He is just a total shill for China, and it's really embarrassing. And people are calling him out on this. They're calling him the snitch. It's trending on Twitter. We'll get to that in a second. So here, LeBron James, who won't speak up about the atrocities in China, had plenty to say Wednesday night in Indianapolis, where he ratted on two courtside fans and had them ejected. China's lapdog has been silent on slave labor making shoes, but when it comes to a couple of fans riding him during the Lakers' 24-116 win, LeBron's going to take a stand. Oh, what a virtue signal, LeBron. I mean, let's watch the video here. I'm going to shut right here. Let's click this here. So here we go. LeBron James is pulling the referee over to him saying, hey, these guys are interfering me. I can't cope with what they're doing to me. They're making me uncomfortable. So the referee is talking to security. Security talks to the people, the woman and the guy next to her. You guys got to go immediately. She stands up. The guy to the right stands up, and both of them are ejected. And the funny thing about it and what's going viral is her expression here. She puts her hands up to her face to pout, pokes her lips out, or to troll LeBron, because that's exactly what he is. He is just a little pansy. It's funny because, you know, you have a professional athlete making millions of dollars. Look, they paid their money for the courtside seats. Are we that to the point in society where NBA players feel that they are above reproach, that they can't be heckled at a game? I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, and Miami Hurricanes have a 58-game home winning streak in football back in the 80s, and these guys were crushing it in terms of the fans to the opposing team. It was horrible for opposing teams to go into the Orange Bowl back in those days. Look at Veterans Stadium. Same thing there. You couldn't go in Philly and expect to be treated nicely. You know, these players were making half the money that people are making now, and yet they got treated horribly and no one said anything about it. You go across the NBA as well. I'm sure there's situations in the past where fans just got onto the players. It's one of the things that happens. It's one of the things that you have to deal with as a sports celebrity. You just have to deal with that. Let's go back to here. And so it says here, what a bold move for LeBron. Eject them. Meanwhile, the big social justice warrior won't take a stand for the Muslims in China. Here's Chris Widlick on Twitter saying, LeBron on getting Pacer fans ejected at the Fieldhouse when obscene gestures and language come into it. Can't be tolerated. Okay. Chinese shoes companies bragged they were using Muslim Uyghur labor to pick cotton to make their tennis shoes. I may have pronounced that wrong. Outkick founder Clay Travis said on Fox and Friends. Okay. Literally slave labor tennis shoes on NBA courts. Guys are cashing checks for millions of dollars. Nobody's calling them on it. Here's Denlesk. LeCaren, that's another name that's trending. LeCaren, see that little picture of the hair on LeBron. I love it. points out a rude clerk to the manager at the Indianapolis Walmart arena. And so, that's what we're dealing here with LeBron James, and we get on him a lot on this channel. Not so much recently, but the whole thing with him, it's just his persona is just pansyism. It's like, and then he got ejected for one game for elbowing and blooding the eye of another player. I don't have the video for that. And he said that suspension was unwarranted. Maybe, maybe not, but it was a pretty flagrant foul. And at the time, the Lakers were losing to the team. I think it was, I'm not sure who it was. I believe it was Detroit, but it doesn't matter. They were losing to a team that they probably should be beating, but the Lakers aren't doing well right now. They're doing okay, but they're not, by any stretch of the imagination, killing it on the NBA court. And it just seemed like he was just frustrated and just lashed out, elbowed the guy to the face out of frustration. And of course, LeBron can basically do whatever he wants. You suspend him for one game, and all of a sudden he's crying about that too. He's crying about fans on the courtside who paid the good money, good quality seats courtside, and he's complaining and pointing at them like, hey, can you get them out of here, referee? It's just pathetic, LeBron. And you want to act like you're the GOAT? No way, dude. You would never be anywhere near Michael Jordan in basketball history. I'm not even going to give you credit in the top 5 because I think Larry Bird is a better player than you and would crush you if the roles reversed today. I'm sorry. I don't give you any credit for anything. Maybe you can pass the ball, whatever, but you're a loser. And when it comes down to the last shot, you choke. That's all there is to it. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys doing well. Hope you're having a happy Thanksgiving. And I just had to get this out there because, LeBron James is one of those guys. It's just got to be called out. And I'm going to get any chance I can get to call this dude out. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on LeBron James and this, what you did, calling these people out, and his lack of... And let me say one more thing. He had a press conference recently talking about the China thing. There was a basketball player that called him out, and he basically said, well, he had no comment on it. The player actually said to him, look, dude, you were shilling for China. And then LeBron James was asked to comment on that particular statement. I'm sorry I have the information in front of me. It just come to my memory right now. And he said, it's just nothing I can talk about. It's totally tone deaf to his sponsors and to the people, like I said, that he's basically in the pockets with in China. So again, what are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments below. And again, have a happy Thanksgiving.